Behind the Music That Sucks, Volume 4, Killing Cops and Hip-Hop.
Killing cops and hip-hop. Yeah, yeah. Killing cops and hip-hop.
What up, dog? My wife and I like to keep up with what be going down in the hood, which is why we enjoy the Killing Cops and Hip-Hop volume of Behind the Music That Sucks.
It keeps us real.
Killing cops and hip-hop. Yeah, yeah. Killing cops and hip-hop.
Killing Cops and Hip-Hop, featuring Puff Daddy, Dr. Dre, Tupac Shakur, Eminem, and so much more.
And when we really need to feel urban, we curl up on the couch with some good port and watch the box set.
Back that ass up.
Oh, you.
Product may cause self-aggrandizing dementia and make you buy a gun.
Heavy. Heavy.com. Check it out.
From a troubled Jeans West employee
Yeah.
to a man who gets by with a little help from his friends.
What am I gonna do now that you're gone, Biggie? Shit, sell a lot of motherfucking CDs, that's what. I'm missing you, word.
It seems Puffy Combs is on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation he can find is he's butt-ass lucky. His story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. Not much is known of Sean Puffy Combs before he and his brother Willis were adopted by a cosmopolitan white man, but signs of his impending fame and fortune were everywhere.
Everyone saw that I had the potential to be the baddest motherfucking all-time hip-hop at a very young age.
I remember you would put on Diana Ross records and try to sing over them. He never knew the words.
It was then that Mr. Drummond knew Puffy was special.
I thought he was retarded.
Special enough to send little Puffy to a very special school, where he thrived and the staff encouraged his unique talents.
That boy? Shit, he was funny. He'd put on a record and he would just rock back and forth, mumbling, yeah.
But the minute the staff turned off the record, Puffy would react in a violent rage, smacking his forehead and screaming, 5 minutes to Wapner.
My talent cannot be contained or controlled. I'm the man.
It was then that his father realized that Puffy was destined for stardom.
That kid was crazy.
Puffy's caring father realized the only thing he could do is set that talent free. On the streets, Puffy found the break he was looking for by meeting crack dealer Biggie Smalls in East New York. The two became inseparable friends and learned that both had a passion for music. That passion would take them all the way to the top. Karaoke was starting to sweep the American pop culture landscape and served as fertile ground for young emerging talents. Biggie and Puffy immersed themselves in the burgeoning scene and found themselves gaining respect from that community. Tucker Leibowitz, known in the industry as Mother Tucker, caught Biggie and Puffy's act and signed them on the spot.
I was high on crack.
Puffy's star was on the rise.
I'm still high on crack.
The worst was yet to come. Puffy learned that his stepsister Kimberly was caught holding up a dry cleaning store in Fresno. She pleaded for help from her brother on the rise.
Fuck that cracker bitch.
That week, his brother Willis was caught sipping wheatgrass at a Darien, Connecticut juice bar and was promptly arrested.
Man, I thought that brother was a straight-up fucking cracker.
Puffy retreated from the pain and poured himself into other people's music.
He was all up in my face saying, I gotta be in your video.
The next day, Puffy was featured in Biggie's first big music video. His eclectic style of bobbing his head and standing around gained major attention from the critics.
That's when I finally got my motherfucking respect.
Realizing his ticket to fame, Puffy started standing around in other people's videos, sometimes varying the act by moving his arms. But stardom, he would find, was not all the crack he thought it would be. Tragically, his friend and partner was struck down by a drive-by fruiting.
Biggie was allergic to fruit. Did you ever see a nigga eat any fruit? No.
Puffy was devastated.
Cha-ching!
Found a way to express his pain once again through other people's music.
Cha-ching!
He dedicated the Police classic I'll Be Missing a Little Jew to his departed pal and won the hearts
And the dollars.
of music fans around the globe. Tragedy, like a stroke victim, has a way of making you learn as much as you've lost. And Puffy has learned a lot, and often thinks about his incarcerated family members, and the memory of his departed friend, Biggie Smalls.
Cha-ching!
But the world waits to see what else this superstar will learn, and what he might teach, what other triumphs he might avail, whether he will ever discover that Puffy Combs sucks ass.
From a young black man desperate to give life a kick in the sack, to a struggling artist who trusted the wrong people, to a studio genius with a gift for exploitation, Dr. Dre has always been America's favorite West Coast gangbanger. The Dr. Dre story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. Dr. Dre began his hip-hop education at Compton PS 187, where he excelled both in and out of the classroom. Classmate Suge Knight immediately saw his potential.
I guess that block-headed nigga had some flow, but he needed some motherfucking rep, know what I'm saying?
Dre and Suge shared a love of handguns, money, and potent cannabis. The two became business partners and close personal niggas, but their relationship would not always be so sunny.
That McGilla Gorilla NFL reject motherfucker try to take 50% of my shit. You know I had to go get me a fat sack of that crypto ninja after I heard about that, yo.
Dre was anxious to get into the studio, but he needed lyrical and chemical inspiration. Dre and Snoop were crushed by the loss of Franklin, their favorite local Dovesack slinger. But they took their drive-by windfall into the studio. The Chronic was born.
That shit wasn't no joke. Motherfucking ironic, bionic, chronic. We lit that shit like a motherfucking forest fire, man.
During the Chronic sessions, the rhymes flowed like a bottomless 40 of Old E, and soon Dre had the album ready for release.
We was blazing more than fucking David Koresh, yo.
But by the time the record release party rolled around, most of the Chronic had been smoked. Death Row Records founder Suge Knight was less than pleased.
That nigga tried to get in on half my motherfucking stash. Said we had a motherfucking contract, gets him 50%. Fucking non-pussy getting ass, beat, whacking, faggot, motherfucker.
I told that block-headed bitch, you don't like that contract? I'll take out a different motherfucking contract, know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
Despite heavy FCC radio edits, the Chronic received heavy airplay.
Yeah, this is Dre, coming from Compton, with the we fucking bouncing, yeah.
Music wasn't the only thing going well for the hip-hop impresario.
Hell yeah.
Dre had made it to the national finals of the Nike Niggas with Aptitude Spelling Bee.
Biznatch. B-I-Z-N-A-T-C-H. Biznatch. Dumb motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Spell that shit. Caucasian. C-R-A-C-K-E-R. Caucasian.
Dre's second place finish to Eazy-E angered Death Row Records president Suge Knight. Fortunately, the shooting was only broadcast on UPN, and only a few white people actually saw it. But the incident was a public relations nightmare.
Prison dick eating motherfucker capped Alex Trebek. Shit. To white, that's like killing motherfucking Red Fox.
White America wanted to enjoy execution-style shootings in song only. Suge continued to run the record company from jail, but it was no secret that he blamed Dre's poor spelling for his incarceration. Because of the bitter conflict, Dre's follow-up albums, The Great Chronic and You a Chronic Motherfucker Dr. Drizzy, were never released. Dre's stock was quickly plummeting.
Suge motherfucking Knight was the motherfucking man behind the motherfucking magic. That's motherfucking why. Shit.
White consumers fueled hip-hop record sales, and Dre was desperate for a way to win those fans back. At his darkest hour, inspiration came from above.
Motherfucker just kind of danced around and shit. I don't know what the fuck he was saying. He was white. The fuck else you want to know?
Dre's Little White Sambo would make him mad loot. Spokesperson for White America, Weird Al Yankovic, presented the trio with a token of the nation's appreciation for creative use of the word motherfucker. You said it. They suck. From the entrepreneurial spirit he learned from his sainted mother, to the fortune that he inherited in the shrimp industry.
Come on down to Will's Pimp a Shrimp.
Hey, motherfucker! Don't you mean motherfucking Will and motherfucking Jeff, motherfucker?
To his tireless struggle as a black advocate by whatever means necessary. Will Smith's magnificent story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. Growing up fatherless in a boarding house in West Philadelphia, young Will always looked to his mother's wisdom for guidance.
Mama always said life is like a big old goddamn box of chocolates. Kicking it sweet, black and sticky, Big Willie style.
Now ain't that some bullshit? I ain't never taught that nappy-ass Uncle Tom nothing like that, and he goddamn well knows it now. He sure do give his mama some fine jewelry, though.
And although Will's business acumen took some time to develop, audiences were devastated by his unflinching integrity.
Mama always said you gotta fight the power. Big Willie style.
Oh, now there he goes again, that goddamn fool-headed, stupid, fidget-ass Negro be all running around misquoting his mama. Ooh, Lord, 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 here comes my new Cadillac.
Will was still living at home when a mysterious fire burned down his entire neighborhood. Mr. Smith was going to Hollywood. Civil rights activist and producer Jerry Bruckheimer remembers.
Yeah, Will's Ebonic pride made him perfect for my new project.
That film, Armageddon, teamed Will up with fellow rapper DJ Jazzy Jeff.
We all did our own motherfucking stunts. Well, I did Will's motherfucking stunts, too. Motherfucker always said you had to be careful he didn't fall down and sprain his motherfucking blackness.
Then came the routine traffic stop that changed Will and Jeff's lives forever.
Hey, what the hell is this, motherfucker?
That's him.
I didn't do shit.
He done it. Officers. I think he's trying to get away.
Hey, that's my arm, bitch.
Look at
Damn
that.
it. Oh,
resisting arrest.
Hey, that's profiling. It's 'cause I'm black.
Y'all know what I'm
Hey,
gonna do. I got him now.
Come on, out my leg.
This brother ain't going nowhere.
Soon the powder keg of racial tension in Los Angeles exploded. Will and Jeff left L.A. to pursue Jeff's family shrimp business. But like all dreams, this one had to die.
My mama said, always stand by your boys. Big Willie style.
God damn, what's the world coming to when a nigga be chugging cracker cock out of one corner of his mouth and... Lordy, Lord, here come my freezer full of T-bones.
Will's Hollywood comeback was the role of a lifetime. Legendary civil rights reformer Jim X.
Always outnumbered, always outgunned, always helping United Negro College Fund.
But at the peak of greatness, tragedy. Will received word that his sainted mama had choked to death on a can of yams.
My mama always said, it ain't about the Washingtons, it's about the Benjamins.
Clearly, it's a lesson in ass-sucking that Will Smith has taken to heart.
Big Willie style.
From the razor-retching red fox run amok in the henhouse of hot-button issues.
Napster! They should have called it Crapster! That's right! I said it!
To the angelic daughter that taught him how to love.
I love my daddy because he brings me nice things. Oh, Harry, it's cold out, honey. Please put your coat on.
Bitch! I don't recall asking you a goddamn thing. Now go and get me some fucking apple juice.
Eminem's pent-up iambic pentameter dwarfs even the mighty Shakespeare.
My name is...
His story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. In 1997, Eminem was ecstatic to find out that he had won a recording contract with his idol, and devastated to find out his idol was just a cartoon character.
It took a few months before that little nigga stopped asking me when the count was gonna show up. But by then, I was too rich to quit.
Dre, watch me rap! Watch me rap! I can do it!
Your next ass is ready, doctor.
Thank you.
Retards! Low IQ! Loaf of bread! Fuck you!
The good doctor rushed hip-hop's Hippocratic oath into emergency musical triage. Prognosis? Gold. The randy but introspective new album made critics big fans of Slim. fast.
Eminem really combines the social commentary of a George Bernard Shaw with the simian curiosity of a Curious George.
Yo, dog, I'm just saying the shit you're thinking. I'm not afraid to take on the hard issues, know what I'm saying?
Whether it's the innately problematic issue of homosexuality in our culture,
Facts.
Or his well-documented acrimony toward women,
Facts.
Or being the friendly white face behind hip-hop's increasing popularity.
Fag!
But sometimes the turnpike of greatness runs from Lonelyville to Sob City. The road ain't no place to raise a family, and right down the line for Eminem, it was Kim and Haley.
Yo, you know at the end of the day, it's all about my little girl. I mean, it ain't about the blowjobs, the rim jobs, the hand jobs, the knob jobs, the ass banging, the nut sucking, or really even the dick wagging. And it definitely ain't about the felching, the gutter balling, the eight balling, the meat packing, the jimmy jabbing, and flan scrambling. Ain't no way it's about the ejaculations, the inoculations, the back door love, the front door love, the screen door love. It's all about my precious little Haley.
If it was love, as the poet wrote, that brought Eminem home, it was a restraining order, as the judge wrote, that kept him 500 yards away.
I think Haley understands that Mommy and Daddy sometimes have fights.
Only when you don't be letting Daddy get anal, yo.
Now, Haley.
You ungrateful bitch! This whole house is his. What, he's got to buy you a second house before you give up the second hole?
Yo, I told Haley, girl, no matter what the distance between us, don't matter, cause Daddy's love is always on time and on target.
And as for the future, whatever incarnation this ever-intriguing figure may assume, poet,
bitch,
lover,
bitch,
father,
bitch,
teacher,
bitch,
or corpse, radio listeners will rest in peace, knowing that the real Slim Shady will always stand up to suck ass. From the charismatic young artist who ushered in a new era of Camelot and the sorrow that pimp-slapped a first family, to the selfless advocate who sought the truth, we'll examine the life of Tupac Shakur and the conspiracy behind his death next on Behind the Music That Sucks. A precocious child, Tupac Shakur coupled a fancy for handguns with an uncanny sensitivity to human suffering.
No more tears, yo!
Catapulted headlong into the public eye, Tupac inspired the nation with his camera-ready looks and bold new ideas.
Ask not what Tupac can do for you, but what you can do for motherfucking Tupac!
But even as Tupac's popularity swelled, happy birthday, Mr. Shakur, his list of enemies multiplied. The idealistic young leader would inherit the East Coast-West Coast conflict, as well as the steadily deteriorating Cuban problem.
God damn it, Bobby! These aren't motherfucking Cubans!
With the poetic articulation of a Tech 9, Tupac called for peace.
Bitch nigga ain't shit, wrap your lips around my Glock. Gonna blow your brain from here to the dock.
But Tupac's heroic crusade of goodness came to an abrupt halt on September 13th, 1996.
I've just been handed this report. Raper Tupperware Shaker has been shot. What's that? Oh. Rapper Two Pork Shoulder has been shot. On a sunnier note, here's Chuckles the Weather Mime with our weekend forecast.
Speculation immediately focused on lone nut Biggie Smalls.
Yo, I was a patsy, bitch! Ooh, that sounded bad, didn't it?
But the Horn Commission report found that Biggie was neck-deep in toothless hookers at the time of the shooting. Finally, amid the chaos, came the voice of reason.
If he's so dead, where is he?
Haunted by doubt, Johnny Cochran launched a new investigation into Tupac's death.
If he ain't inside, must be all right.
But Cochran's office received a mysterious tape from an anonymous source who had served jail time with Tupac.
Tupac is totally dead. He was like Caesar surrounded by Judases. You know, like the way Lincoln had John Philip Saucer, or Othello had that guy with the peg leg. It's as plain as a fist in your colon. Ask yourself, who thought Tupac died and who benefited?
The source informed Cochran that Tupac's mother stood to reap millions from her dead son's royalties if he was, in fact, dead. For Cochran, it was a revelation.
When there's royalties in the offing, then Tupac's in the coffin. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, using the film as a guide, we can see that 28 shots was fired. The first 14 entered his body here, then came out the other side. Now that's some damn fine shooting.
Ultimately, however, it was Tupac's mother who swayed the jury with her son's final lyrics.
Tonight, we're gonna waste the pigs and roast them in a pit. Then we're gonna rape their wives. Them bitches ain't worth shit. Oh, Lord. He had so much love.
And although conflicting stories still haunt the media, Johnny Cochran has finally found peace.
With that boy deceased, my net worth increased.
Dead or alive, one thing's for certain, in our hearts, Tupac Shakur will always suck America's ass. From director of promotions at a fried chicken shack in the darkest depths of Jamaica, Queens, to America's most beloved hand puppet and walking billboard, LL Cool J has made a career of keeping it real for the man. His story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. LL, known to friends as Sir Stans-a-Lot, never wanted much out of life. Loving family, a dependable job, a periodic buff and shine. Then one tragic day, everything changed.
Yo, Toto! Toto! Yo, where Toto at? Ruby Reeboks, y'all. Peace and love to the Lord. At that time, I made the realization. I said being flat don't sell shit. I got to get me a third dimension. Peace. I'm out.
Help came in the form of a no-nonsense sister.
I am Latifah, the good bitch of the North. The Wizards of Hollis will grant you what you seek.
Others seeking the Wizards of Hollis joined LL on his journey to the hood of enlightenment. Ice-T.
If I only had a brain.
Chris Rock.
People, I just want a penis.
And John McEnroe.
Johnny Mac's just looking for some white people.
They traveled far and wide to find the one trio who could give them what they wanted, the Master MCs, otherwise known as the Wizards of Hollis. LL took work on the side to help support the group's journey. The four eventually reached their destination, only to be met with a new set of problems.
Hello! Welcome to the crap.
Brain.
Penis.
Tube socks?
No, I think not. Actually, we'll take you.
Yo, the Wizard of Hollis was supposed to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But then we got in with the peeps and we wasn't getting in. If you understand, Lord of my Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying?
Having come so close to their goal and having failed, the group turned sadly for home.
Used to wear Adidas, that was old school rap. Fools had no money, so now we wear crap.
The Wizards of Hollis?
Hello, travelers. We be the Wizards of Hollis. And what do we have here? Ice-T. You seek the brain you feel you lack. We ask you this. Who needs a brain to play hardcore? And you, Chris Rock. You only want a penis. Probe deep within yourself, and you will find what you seek.
Holy shit! I ain't a man at all! I'm a...
And you, Mr. LL Cool J. You seek a third dimension, but you had it all along. Your third dimension is the skill to educate as you entertain. It's not flatness, a small price to pay for a gift as great as this. Then click your Ruby Reeboks 3 times and say, there's no place like Queens. There's no place like Queens.
No place like Queens. There's no place like Queens. There's no place like Queens. There's no place like Queens. There ain't no place like... Toto! Where you been all these years?
In the end, LL went on tour and brought his special brand of consumer awareness to crowds everywhere, realizing his full potential to suck ass. Peace and love to my Lord and Savior. I'm out. From the bleached beaches of a suburban white fantasy to the wintry island of Dr. Has-Been and the desperate publicity stunt that put stupidity on the stand and made a monkey out of justice. Kid Rock is one link that should have remained missing. His story is next on Behind the Music That Sucks. In 1999, fortune smiled on Kid Rock. In 2000, that smile faded and became a frown. In 2001, Fortune seemed to smile again, then frowned, and then vomited. But Kid Rock had formulated a bold new plan to put the vomit behind him.
Oh, you think you're done with the kid, huh? Well, you better listen up, baby. 'Cause here's the news. The kid ain't done with you, Pally. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be right here, pimping harder than two pimps with a pimp machine, baby. Right after I get back from outer space.
While other fading rock stars had chosen to shoot themselves, very few had chosen to shoot themselves into space.
2, 1, ignition.
The stage was set for Kid Rock's re-entry into America's hearts. But Kid Rock's comeback, like some ill-advised modification of a vital time warp avoidance system on a rocket ship headed straight for a time warp, would prove disastrous. In the precious seconds that remained, Kid bid an emotional farewell to the adoring fans he would never see again.
Moonshot! I've never seen one this close before.
The specimen showed an uncanny aptitude for tool use.
For a human.
My efforts to provoke a reaction were met only by incoherent yammering.
Yo, what's up, AP? Wanna hear me bust some rhymes? Oh, I'm pimping some dope new shit. Gonna blow you through the back wall, yo. So strap yourself in. But first, you best be locking up your women's on account of there's a new chef in town, and his name is Kid.
The subject exhibited a crude,
albeit amusing,
linguistic fumbling that piqued the possibility that I might have stumbled upon a, well,
missing link.
The incendiary theory would leave the monkey establishment howling.
Science? Heresy! This chart clearly illustrates the linear development of our species. And I don't see any Kid Rock here, do you?
Indeed, the line had been drawn between creationism and evolution.
I hereby call this tribunal to order. Yo, this kangaroo court can lick my balls.
Objection! If he's the missing link, why can't he lick his own balls, Sustain!
It was chimp versus pimp, as Kid Rock and Dr. Zaius went blow for intellectual blow over the sweet papaya of precept called justice.
What, you saying the kid's the missing link?
No, we think you are not the missing link.
Yo, the link don't get any more missing than the kid, yo! Bring it on!
Kid strove to prove that he had single-handedly set evolution back 1,000,000 years.
Did a roller skate ever fuck a mailbox? Huh? No! And it wasn't even Christmas, yo!
With the tide of the trial turning against him, Kid Rock mounted an impassioned plea for justice.
And let me get old school on one thing, yo. You can play the kid like that one time. Maybe you can play the kid like that 1,000 times. But the law of averages says you are going down.
The gavel-wielding gorillas would not take long to make up their minds.
We find the defendant too stupid to be the missing link.
Yeah, boy! In your face, ass, Dr. Z-ass!
And hereby sentence him to be shot back into space.
Don't let it be said! Kid Rock didn't space pimp y'all! Monkey asses!
Whatever planet this second banana of white rhyme may call home, Kid Rock remains guilty on all counts of sucking ass.